Hello and everyone, welcome back. This is ZiWi Gaming versus LOMiks. This is the Team Diff Finals.
And we're here, we've been watching, ZiWi Gaming. We've watched the past two games of exciting. Seeing the Morgana gameplay and then that Jinx last game, my goodness. Will we see those champs get through again? What's going to be the choices that they make? As Bard's the first ban away. Did see it get picked against them 2 games ago, but they pulled out a Morgana to try and counter it.
I have realized that today it's been only red side wins. Are ZiWi Gaming good enough to pull a win on the blue side of the map? I wonder.
Ooh, Jarvan taken off, the versatile jungle pick. They locked it in last game.
They're not going to be able to lock it in again though. Ban number 2 coming out for blue side here. ZiWi Gaming not hovering anything just yet. The Talon coming out, an assassin jungler. Ooh. I wonder what they're going to go for. Is ZiWi Gaming going to do what they've done and expose one side of their team on the first 2 picks? Or are they going to try and go for a more versatile counter pick, I wonder?
The Talon ban isn't really indicating anything. I'm guessing it's just more of a comfort pick they're wanting to restrict and take away. In terms of similar champs, you've got Kiana, you've got the Zed. That's or Kha'Zix, potentially a Rengar. But I'm guessing that, it'd be more leaning towards the Kiana or the Zed as Morgana taken away once again. No one, they saw Morgana get picked once and they're like, nope, we don't. We're not chance.
I wonder, the Morgana ban coming out, ZiWi Gaming not showing any of their bans just yet. Hovering the Gwen, is it going to go through? Gwen, a very strong independent top laner that doesn't need too many resources pushed towards her for her to exceed, especially in the earlier mid game. The Fwei ban coming out, they were too scared about the snipes from the Fwei. The Fwei last game, just showing pure dominance in that mid lane. Any roam was just punished by this Fwei.
Yeah, bear in mind, this isn't Fearless, so Jinx is still up and available. But you can see ZiWi, they've definitely made themselves a fear factor. All those bans have been previous champs they've played. It's Taliyah.
And the Taliyah blind coming out. This is amazing. Being able to flex this champion in the mid lane and in the jungle, offering versatility, disengage, engage. It offers so many potentials to it.
Yeah, we have seen Taliyah move primarily into the mid lane, but that's still an option. Hasn't been any changes to her jungle clear, so it is still a very viable option. As first pick coming through here,
it is the Zyra. I like the Zyra into the Taliyah though, because it offers very much, if it means that the Taliyah can't jump onto the Zyra or the ADC, which the ADC in this game does appear to be a pick by Tristana.
Yeah, now that Tristana can go ADC, can also go mid. They keep that in mind when moving forward. But if Pokemon is anything to go by, Grass is super effective against Rock, but will we see that translate to League of Legends? There's Jace. Gonna be hovered once again. We had a Jace in game 1. Wasn't as impactful as we would have hoped. Locked here in grand finals.
But who knows?
2 relatively squishy champs.
In the hands of ZiWi Gaming, I think anything is possible.
To be honest, after that first game, they picked the Morgana. They did exactly what I wanted to do. And now all of a sudden, I think they're the favourites going forward here. The
Renekton, a strong pick from this first game, coming back out, but now it's for the side of ZiWi Gaming.
So that looks like the Taliyah does move into the jungle case. But the issue is now you've sort of shown the hand, ZiWi Gaming. You've seen their top side, but
I don't think it matters for ZiWi.
No. Now I'm thinking here, if you're LOMiks, I think you ban away Rakan. I think you have to ban away Rakan. I feel like if Xayah Rakan can get through, they're gonna lock Xayah Rakan. They have AP damage, they have AD damage, all a little bit of setup. And I think ZiWi are going to try and go for a Zyra Rakan here.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do here. With LOMiks, who do you respond with? They're banning out the Corki. They're expecting the Corki ADC, which again is a really another strong ADC, especially for their team comp, offering the dash to get out of the Zyra, to get away from the Aurora.
I just think you just sort of look at, oh, the Alistar ban. Oh, it's absolutely Zyra Rakan. Alistar, notorious for how incredibly strong he is against Rakan. It's usually a game one pick that you see in pro play. You see Rakan come out and the Alistar in response. Do LOMiks lock it down? But the question would be, if you let it through, what do you pick in response? There is a pick like Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is open. Draven is open as well if you don't want to send that Tristana into the bot lane. And it's Sivir taken.
Both teams here
is...
picking very flexible picks. I mean, we could see another swap in this game with the Renekton or the Jace. Either one can be in the top lane or in the mid lane. They have very good versatility there. The Jace has got the range, but also got the all-in, where Renekton's just got the pure tankiness. The Gnar ban coming out, I think that's exactly what LOMiks needs. LOMiks needs the Gnar. They need to be able to lock down ZiWi Gaming.
I reckon either a GP or an Aatrox comes in here for LOMiks, and then they save, you know, whether or not it's the ADC, the mid pick, or even jungle at the moment. Oh,
the Shen pick in response.
Lock in.
That almost suggests to me like it's Shen top, Aurora mid, and Tristana Zyra bot lane, which just leads the jungler pick left for LOMiks. As the music picks up, we are getting to the final picks for ZiWi Gaming. This means their hands are dealt. The Kai'Sa going out instead of the Zyra. This
Kai'Sa Nautilus?
It might just be a Kai'Sa Nautilus run back. The 26% pick rate on the Kai'Sa, the 50% win rate, shows that the odds are in her favor. The Neeko coming back out from Bruto again. This is what we like to see it. The Renekton's being run back. The Neeko's being run back. This is what they need. They need the lockdown. They need just to be able to keep them in one place and potentially throw them towards them or away from them.
And now, it's Nautilus locked in, so it's either Nautilus...
The Leona hover too. They're picking one or the other. Both of them are just as good as each other. The Nautilus does seem to be the final pick though.
And that means we are fully locked in for this grand final. Both teams, all their champs have been locked. And they'll have to decide it out on the Rift.
The ladies and gentlemen, and to thems in chat and anyone who's watching, this is it. 34 seconds until the first game of the fight, or well, the final game commences. It's going to be the Renekton top, the Taliyah mid, looks like the Jace, or it's going to be look like the Jace in the jungle, the Taliyah, the Taliyah in the jungle, the Jace in the mid, the Kai'Sa Neeko bot lane against the Shen, Aurora, Zyra, Tristana, and Nautilus.
The Jace isn't swapping. There we go. It comes in the last second.
Are they going to make their first move? We've seen them invade bot side every single game so far, but are they going to do it again? I wonder.
The pings are coming out.
ZiWi Gaming seem to be going for an invade through the mid lane. Who's going to reach there first? It's just a battle of who can move faster. Is the Aurora going to see them? They're just outside of the blind spot for ZiWi Gaming. ZiWi Gaming are going to be comped up. Shen is not going to see this coming. The Nautilus are going to be caught out. Is it going to be enough? No one's going to flash in yet. The Neeko gets the stun out onto the Nautilus. The Nautilus hooks away. ZiWi Gaming are just walking in. They're not letting LOMiks out this easily. The Q just misses, and ZiWi Gaming don't get anything. No summon is used, but Neeko does stop the backs. Aurora is going to get vision in the bot side of ZiWi Gaming, though. I wonder what she's going to do. She's going to respond to the mid. The Jace is going to see them coming out, but they're just going to back away. They've got the vision. They've got the intel that they needed. ZiWi Gaming, unfortunately, not getting anything out from the invade there. What they do get is intel. And intel in games like these can be such a useful piece of information to have.
Yeah, what they were trying to do is they were trying to force a reset from somebody. They did end up getting it, but they got it slightly too early, almost. They needed it to be a little bit more delayed. Because at the moment, Zyra is one of the fastest clearing junglers in the entire game, and they're both posturing towards the bot side, as we might potentially see a hook on an early...
Nautilus get the hook, the Tristana jumping in, the exhaust going out on the Nautilus, the Ignite coming out onto the Nico too. Getting low, the Tristana having to use Barrier, the Kaiser is going to give this up. The trade ultimately going to go in favor of LOMiks. They're going to become out healthier on top, especially if that Nautilus, their real tank and front line. However, ZiWi Gaming do get the level 2. They're going to force this level 2, push LOMiks off the bot wave. Is it going to be enough? The wave.
We've seen this every single game that we've watched ZiWi play. They shove in this second wave, they shove in the third wave just so that the cannon wave meets in the middle, so that level 3's at the same time. And so it's in a nice, easy spot. Will we see Kaiser doing the exact same? Yeah, we will. We will see the shove come. But it's going to be slightly slower. It doesn't have the same pushing power as the Jinx did.
But it's going to be enough. Nautilus flashes in, hooks the Nico, stuns the Nico. The Tristana jumps in onto the Nico, getting that bomb stacked up. Nico is going to go down. Tristana gets the first blood. Tristana has to flash away. Kaiser follows up. Is it going to be enough? The Talia is running down. The Kaiser is going to get the kill on the Tristana. Is it going to be enough though? The Nautilus is going to keep her in play. The Talia is coming out. The Nautilus is going to hook out, but it's not enough. The Talia just finishes and manages to get the... Zyra is there hovering. They know this though. Are they going to watch? They're just going to sit back and watch. ZiWi Gaming getting the 2 kills to start off this game. LOMiks going to be able to respond with 1. The blue buff decided to go on a bit of a wander. The Zyra is going to get caught out by the Talia. Is the chunk going to be enough? No, it's not. The plant's just going to deal that a bit more damage. Aurora gets a kill in the mid lane onto the Jace. The Nico is there to respond. Gets the stun out. Gets the poke. It's not enough though. The level difference is just a bit too much. Aurora now going to be pushing in the wave. The Jake's going to be responding with a TP. It's not going to be enough. Yeah. Aurora going to be forced onto a late reset.
Nico is just in mid lane to just stop Jace from losing any of those minions. It ends up being just the kill going over though, but...
The Shen is going to get the 3rd kill. That means that the first 3 kills are going to go to LOMiks. Unfortunately, Renekton just overstayed his welcome into the Shen there. Burst everything too early on, and that was just it for the Shen to take control. Talia going to be sneaking into the bot lane here, getting the Nautilus caught out. Is it going to be enough? The Nautilus attempts to hook away, but it's going to get stunned. Nautilus is going to go down. ZiWi Gaming going to get the kill on the Kaiser. The Kaiser's going to continue following through, but it's not enough. Tristana with the solo XP is going to get level 4.
Now the one issue you do have is with Talia being so involved in this bot lane, it's kind of costing the Kaiser XP, and also it's giving Zyra an opportunity to come and invade, as we do see now. It's a TP
from the Shen. It's going to be a bit late though. Zyra gets the jungle, but they do get Shen's TP from this. But I don't think they see the Shen TP. They don't know. Oh no, they do. Talia is going to be slowly crawling back into her jungle. She's going to try her best to defend it, but it's not going to be enough. Renekton jumps onto the Shen, but is it going to be enough? Shen gets the Conqueror stack and gets the lockdown. Oh, sorry, the Grasp Bat, sorry. And it's going to get the big trade onto Renekton. The wave looking to be pushing back into Shen, which is exactly ideal for him.
Now, crucially, judging by the pings, they didn't see the Shen TP. So, at the moment, it's assumed that ZiWi don't realise that the Shen did not TP as Aurora.
Aurora goes invisible. Nautilus goes for the stun, goes to the root, gets the lockdown onto Jace, and that's it. Nico is there with the clone. Is going to pretend to be... Get the root. The Talia gets the flash, but it's not enough. The Aurora responds with a question mark. Talia is getting caught out by Nautilus. Tristana jumps over. The bomb gets stacked. Tristana goes down. LOMiks responding, getting the 2 kills onto ZiWi Gaming. The emotes coming out again.
Oh, and it's an absolute travesty for ZiWi Gaming. The Jace falls early. The Nautilus comes in for a regank, and so far it's looking like a repeat of the first game we had. The Jace has been put so far behind, but now it's all on, you know, Kaiser, Nico, And Talia at this point, you're relying on these 3 picks. Jace is going to be behind for a while now. What you really need is you kind of need to initiate a lane swap here if you're ZiWi Gaming, just to get the Jace into a spot where he can get back into this game. Because my goodness, does he need it.
This is very unfortunate. We've seen ZiWi Gaming, especially in the early on, get that lead, even if they do trade a little bit for it. But ZiWi Gaming have just lost 2 kills in the first 7 minutes while gaining absolutely nothing. Could this mean that ZiWi's reign fails today? Are they going to be able to play from this spot like they are behind? They're not usually this way. It's out of style for them. It's out of, their order of what they expect. What can they do about this? Do they know what to do about it is my question.
So currently, Collie and Bruto, they're trying to hold this wave in bot as long as possible. What they're trying to do is they're really trying to just keep the wave in as safe a spot as possible. They know that there's not really a chance for them to be able to take this straight. They'd love to be able to. But at the moment, they just sort of have to sit in bot, farm up, get your gold, get your waves, get your EXP. Currently, Nautilus level 4 does not have the depth charge, but also Zyra still level 5. No ult available for her. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa, Nico, both level 6. It does just tick over now as the Scuttle Crab falls behind an EXP. And Nautilus, still only level 4. No depth charge available for him just yet. So, as ZiWi, you will see them now. You do see the Kai'Sa holding that, those 2 casters in bot, trying to freeze this wave as long as possible. Grub's now on the menu.
And it does seem like ZiWi Gaming is going to at least take down 1 Grub. LOMiks obviously seeing that this might be the case to swap their bot lane for Shen, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're not going to be quick enough. Talia starting the Grubs as soon as they spawn. Nautilus gets the ward, but Grubs are just gone.
Yeah, they're already gone. They were slow on the response.
LOMiks they don't even see the Grubs this game, but that doesn't stop them.
Hunting for it. Weaver's Wall doesn't connect. And it's just going to be a kill onto Juis. And now, it's a mutual lane swap. Nico, quite smartly using the Renekton clone form to potentially weed out any potential suspicions, but there is a Jace TP coming in onto this top tier 1. Kai's going to be using the killer instinct to go into the middle now. Shen
coming out, the Nico going to take down that Zyra. The Aurora is now on her way. The Nautilus flash comes out. The root comes out onto the Kai'Sa. The Aurora taking down the Kai'Sa. This is it? No, Tristana jumps over the wall in the back when the Jace is taken down by the Nautilus. The Aurora gets the flash Q over the wall. Tristana jumps in though. Doesn't see the Talia. The bomb comes out. Is it enough? The Tristana flashes in. Jumps over the wall. Takes down 2. Is it going to be enough? The Aurora working together with the Talia. Taking them down. That is BitFix Gaming taking 3 for absolutely nothing.
They trade away 1 kill, 2 even. They trade the Zyra and the Nautilus, but they get everything in return. Shen doesn't manage to get the Stand United. It did get cancelled by the Renekton, but all that they needed was the shield.
ZiWi Gaming going into this game more confidence than before. They are letting that confidence hang over their head just that little bit more to where they're making these mistakes. They've said that we made these plays with the other teams, but LOMiks says we are not the other teams. We are the grand finalists of TeamDiffOpen. And they aren't going to go down quietly. The Nico coming out with a sneaky roam in the mid lane as a minion. Why is there a minion in my jungle? LOMiks don't see it, but the Aurora recognizes it now. Manages to dodge from the gang. Unfortunately, ZiWi Gaming get nothing from that. In the meanwhile, LOMiks' bot lane are slightly pushing in there. They only have the Kai'Sa to defend that, which means that plays are going to go over. However, ZiWi Gaming are going to see this. Do LOMiks realize that? Yes, they do. The Tristana is going to slowly back up, get a plate's worth of gold for herself. What are we going to see here? The Nico is going to send her clone and attempt to get that vision. LOMiks are going to see this, give the thumbs up that they've seen it. But are they going to expect the Nico to be over the wall? Yes, they are. Tristana's going to jump in. The pop blossom comes out. The hook comes out, but it's not enough. Nico barely manages to escape with just a shred of her life remaining. But LOMiks say they want more. The stun comes out onto the Zyra. The Kaiser gets the kill. Sorry about that. The Taliyah goes in more, knows that they can continue this, but do they see the Tristana over the wall? No, they don't. Tristana jumps in. The Taliyah flashes out, but it's not enough. The Tristana wants one. Once two, the Nautilus comes out onto Coley. The ult comes out back from Kaiser. It's not enough that the barrier comes out on the Tristana. Just barely managing to be able to survive. A double kill for Tristana Hill. Panera 6-1. Yuntails is stacking up.
In the meantime, Jace was able to kill Aurora. It seemed like a dive gone awry as there is a Shen currently proxying the top wave. Renekton, in response, is also proxying, so glad to see that some things never change.
Both of them going to go for a recall at the exact same time. The Drake is up in 20. This Drake is obviously looking, at the moment, more toward the hands of LOMiks. They're going to see the Jace in the mid lane kill the wave. She's going to attempt to get any sort of momentum on it, but no, unfortunately she can't. The Renekton has moved down to bot lane. We see Shen in the top lane. Oh, it's not the Renekton, it's the Nico clone. Even I got fooled. Oh my god.
That's exactly what they want you to think.
This Nico is not only playing the minds of LOMiks, but they're playing the minds of the casters. This is a step on a game.
I would never fall for something so... What's the... Oh, I don't know. It's late in the night. It's grand finals. We're loving it here.
The second Drake is going to go over to LOMiks. Obviously, they're just hooking these up. They're doing what ZiWi Gaming did last game and taking everything for themselves. LOMiks is going to see the bot lane by themselves, though. They are going to be looking for the 3-man dive. Tristana going in on the Nico. The Nico's caught out. Is it enough? Yes, the Nico goes down on the Tristana. That is unfortunate for the Nico. Are they going to get more, though? Or are they're just going to go for the turret? This looks like shoes and boots and feetsies are going to go over to LOMiks.
Yeah, there's a sale at Sports Direct. Buy one, get one free. And it seems like these trainers are going to the side of LOMiks.
Taliyah is looking for a play on the mid lane onto the Aurora. The Aurora buffers the jump, manages to just barely escape. This first pick Taliyah is seeming like the downfall of ZiWi Gaming. The wall comes out from Taliyah, but the Hextech gates from the Hextech Drake's Soul are going to come in handy, providing Zyra with an escape there.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm questioning this Nico pick at the moment, because it hasn't had the same sort of impact it had on, you know, ZiWi's first game. I did obviously mention in draft the option of the Zyra Rakan, but you also have things like Thresh, like even potentially picking up something a little bit more interesting in the form of, say, a Blitzcrank or a Pike even. As it looks like Nautilus, as I might be eating my words here, as it might be Nico who's the deciding factor of this fight. Disguised as Taliyah at the moment.
Realizing that ZiWi are in their jungle, they're gonna miss. The Shen ult coming out, the stuns onto the Taliyah is just gonna take her down. The pop blossom comes out, and it's just enough for Bruto, to escape, but the Shen is hunting her down. The Nautilus just misses the hook. The Jace going in for the burst. Is it enough? Could it take down the Nautilus? It is barely just the amount. The TP coming back. Jace continue his mayhem of death. It's not enough though. Zyra responds. Zyra sees the TP from the Renekton in the backside. Is it going to be enough? No, the Renekton gets taunted. The Tristana jumps over. Renekton just needs to now escape. Get out of there as you can. Run like the wind carries you. And he just about manages to escape. He does go back in though. The temptation is there. Taliyah on the respawn. Seeing the Shen there. Is it going to be enough? No, it isn't. They're not going to be able to respond. Objective bounties are giving to the blue side of ZiWi Gaming in just a second. Taliyah goes over the wall. Sees the Aurora. Is it enough though? The Zyra is on the backline. The Aurora jumps out of the Taliyah stun. Again, is it enough? Zyra just continues her wraith of death onto the Taliyah, taking down the Taliyah. The response from Jace is a TP. The Aurora now has to back. This means that ZiWi Gaming do have the advantage for now. Is it enough? Gets a burst onto Shen. It's not enough though. Till the Tristana jumps over the wall. The Jace knocks her away, but the Nautilus just hooks back in and takes down the Kaiser and the Jace. ZiWi Gaming are falling in shambles here. This is their title being dragged more and more away. ZiWi Gaming just having to make any play that they can. The Nautilus is just walking against the Nico there. The root comes out, the hook comes out, the Tristana follows up, and it is enough. Nautilus tanking the turret, but he gets out of range. This is mid-tier 1 going down to LOMiks.
And
In the meantime,
once again, LOMiks finding every opportunity on the map here. They're just able to hunt them down, even though Bruto found a 5-man Pot Blossom in top. It leads to nothing.
what can you do when the Nico's alone?
Oh.
I mean, you tell me what you can do. The Nico did that as a last resort to try and keep themselves alive. There was no team to follow up. The Pot Blossom meant survival, and it was only survival. But it was not enough. Every objective in the game going to LOMiks. The Hextech Drake is up in 45. Well, what do you do?
I think maybe next game pick red side, as it seems like blue side might either red side is lucky or blue side is cursed.
But that's the thing. I don't think there is any more games. This is the only one. And LOMiks, I would assume winning the coin flip, managed to choose red side.
And I mean, in terms of where it stands, for me, ZiWi, I feel like it goes back to that draft. You are taking a risk when you pick the Jace, when you pick connecting champs. And if you can't get them consistently ahead, they're going to be a little bit more unreliable. So, as much as, you know, they have provided some decent options for ZiWi Gaming, I feel like they've not been the best in slots.
That's it, ZiWi Gaming is going to attempt to get the mid-tier 3, but it's not going to be enough time for Nautilus to get it. Instead, he drives to the bot lane, doesn't even damage the tier 3 in the bot lane because the turret is up. What is going on from LOMiks here? The sleep is kicking in.
Handing your license, you are not fit to drive, as Nautilus just takes the Herald to the bot tier 3.
Talia
it's not open yet because the bot tier 2's not even been taken.
I don't even know. Whoever let the Nautilus drive then should get their license taken away. LOMiks just going and missing the tier 2 in the mid and the tier 3 in mid and then the tier 3 in bot when it wasn't even there.
Nautilus might have potentially had something to drink. What's in those Hextech brews? All I know is that the Hextech Drake, next one, will be going over to LOMiks, because
the Talia is going to get taken down, attempt to make a play on the Zyra, but it's not going to be enough. The Aurora ult is going to come out, attempting to looking for more on the Kaiser, but it's not going to be enough. The Kaiser ult coming out, the Nautilus responds with the flash ult back. The Talia is airborne, but Nautilus hooks a minion!
Oh no, he might have actually had something to drink. First that, but there's a Pot Blossom on the top side. Shen.
Pot Blossom misses on the Shen though. Nico is by herself now. The Renekton too low to go back into the fight. What can be done? The Shen, now low HP, but has the backing of his team to support that. LOMiks say, I want this top tier 2. We couldn't get either of the bot, but Shen does jump on the Nico. The Nico does die from the Tristana jumping over. This is it. I think ZiWi Gaming is down and out.
The blind taunt. There is no ward in that bush. The Shen hail. Atacon spawns on top side. You have to imagine it's in favor of LOMiks.
LOMiks coming out here, just taking what they want, taking at free will. What are you meant to do in this game? These teams are just stomping over ZiWi. We had high viewer votes for ZiWi Gaming being the winners, but LOMiks just refused to go down easily. They're not letting ZiWi Gaming make any moments without it being punished. Nico is attempting to make a play onto the Shen here, just attempt to chunk her by herself, but LOMiks are seeing this and they're attempting to storm the mid wave. Nautilus being up in the front line here. He's shown it time and time again that he cannot be trusted with a hook, so I'm unsure on what LOMiks are trusting him to do here. But is it enough?
And the parcel damage onto that turret from the Tristana. It's like a rolling thunder coming through. The Tristana's the same level as the Renekton. They're going to go Gator shooting, and now Tristana looks to potentially try and take down the big bad Croc.
What's this going to mean? Zyra is caught out in the back by ZiWi Gaming, but is it enough? The Shen TPs, the ults come out from Aurora. Kaiser does go down. Nico attempts to escape, but I don't think this is it. I think ZiWi Gaming are losing the finals. They're dropping like flies. LOMiks getting the turrets. Is it going to be enough? The Shen just standing in the front line. The Nico not high enough HP to make anything. ZiWi Gaming, a base is just crumbling to pieces. This is like Shurima all over again.
And the issue is there's waves coming in. The entirety of ZiWi Gaming is now having to fully commit to trying to clear these waves and stop any kind of pressure from coming in. There's no objective for 2 minutes. So, something that LOMiks is doing, which is incredibly smart, they don't take the inhib in top. The reason why they don't take it is because they don't want to hand over that much free golden experience over to ZiWi Gaming. If they do, then in which case, the inhib respawn, it would respawn in about 3 minutes after the objective spawns. And in that time, how much XP can the Kaiser, can the Taliyah, can the Jace get to be able to potentially stage a comeback? You need that Kaiser to be ahead, to be up in gold.
The Tristana looking for a potential engage on the Kaiser. The bomb coming out, chunking the Kaiser's HP. That is less than just about a core of that HP being absolutely deleted. The Renekton in the backline attempting to look for a flank, but the Zyra does see the Renekton jumping out using the plants in order to gain that extra jump stack away. What is ZiWi Gaming left to do? They're shoved into a corner. They're left to cower there. And LOMiks is not letting this go easy.
The choke is beginning to form as it's going to be the mid-tier 3 turret in the eyes of LOMiks. Tristana taking a decent chunk of damage there. Still has to be a little bit careful of the Jace poke. Those shock blasts. Tristana doesn't have any armor. Has to be very careful here. Drake spawning in 35 seconds. LOMiks opting to take a reset here to just make sure they're at their strongest before going into this Drake fight.
Aurora sneaking on the prowess, expecting the Taliyah to walk in, as she can see that someone is clearing the ward, but she might not exactly know who. 17 seconds, the Drake is up. This is Zol points for LOMiks, sorry, and I believe that they are taking it breezy, easy, with no contest from ZiWi.
And I mean, looking at the map, ZiWi haven't even taken a single turret.
Renekton looking in, getting chunked by the Aurora. Is this it? The Taliyah attempts to come out, saving the Renekton, expecting a more harsh engage. But Tristana is just in the backlines, taking that Drake. The Hex Tech Soul going over to LOMiks in any second now. This just looks like an FF15. Get me into the next solo queue game, it seems like, from ZiWi Gaming. Their composure has just dropped. The Aurora seeing the Jace by himself, attempts going, but it doesn't tempt it. It attempts to play it smart. The Baron is in 20 seconds. What can ZiWi Gaming do? They're just giving objective after objective, goal after goal, turret after turret, and what are they getting back for it? Just rubble and grit.
And right now, you see the Shen posturing into this side. What they're going to try and do is they're going to try and get a decent foothold in onto this top wave so that once the Baron falls, they can...
Flashes are coming out. The Taliyah wall is there. The Aurora is caught out, getting chunked, but flashes out. The pop boss and comes out. The Zyra just takes down the Nico. The Kaiser is in the backlines, taking down 1, taking down 2. ZiWi Gaming are dropping completely. The Q coming out from Mortalus. This is it. This is what LOMiks needed to just win the game here. And now it doesn't matter. Jason's by himself. What can he do? Attempts to clear that mid-wave, but it's not enough. He just needs to go for the reset and dodge the, protect the base. But it doesn't matter. LOMiks are not letting this down. Taking down 1, taking down 2, taking down 3 turrets and the inhibitor. This is it. LOMiks are winning the game. The Jace attempts to jump on the Zyra, but the Zhonya's does come out. Is it enough? No, it's not. The Jace gets chunked. And this is it. Your finalist for TeamDiffOpen are LOMiks Gaming. They said not today are ZiWi Gaming with a stomp gonna let it go down easy. LOMiks are your finalists.